Hey gang, Vinny back here with you guys, talking about GMOs again. Now, someone actually asked me this question. GMOs, what's so wrong with them, right? What's so wrong with GMOs? If they're doing this stuff, they gotta be doing it for a reason, because they can't be out there looking to hurt people, right? Well, they actually did develop GMOs for a good reason. They developed it a long time ago, and they've been working on trying to perfect it. But basically what they've done GMOs for, again, genetically modified organisms, how they manipulated food, vegetables, etc. They've done this to basically, feed the world. As the saying goes, we want to feed the world, right? They've done this so that crops, food, apples, corn, lettuces, these things, tomatoes, all this kind of fruit. They've developed this stuff with GMOs so that they can be more resistant to pests that get into them, worms, other larvae, other kind of bugs, insects that actually eat the fruit, damage the fruit, even bacterias and other little funguses that get to the fruit. So they developed these genetically modified organisms. They've implanted these fruit, these other vegetables, with other traits from other plants, organisms even, so other biological things. They've taken the strong parts of them. So this one that's resistant to this fungus, they've taken this. Let's say there's a particular apple that's resistant to a fungus. Well, they've taken that particular molecule within that apple, that piece of that DNA that says this is what's resistant to that fungus, and they've implanted it into, let's say, a squash. So now that squash, which is typically sometimes fallible to funguses, that squash can now be resistant to it. So they've altered it. So now you can grow squash and not have to worry about that particular fungus. Or they've even done it in other parts of the world where some fruits and vegetables, they actually take a hit from certain weather conditions. So fruit that can actually survive at a lower temperature, let's say one particular apple that can take temperatures as low as 5 degrees, 10 degrees. They've taken traits of that and they put it into other apples and said, let's put that in that apple, so that apple that would normally have problems at 30 degrees, 40 degrees, that apple can now sustain colder temperatures. So as you see how they're developing these GMOs to actually benefit lots of fruits and vegetables throughout the world, so other places that are drought resistant, or they have water resource issues, they don't get enough rainfall, they don't have proper irrigation that gets water to certain places, but there's tons of people there, there's huge populations. So how about we make a crop plant? Let's take a piece of DNA from an agave plant, a cactus plant, and implant that into a corn. So that corn can now grow in an arid environment with probably half the amount of water that it used to require. So now they can grow corn there. Okay? So this is why they're doing a lot of this stuff, so that they can take these crops and put them in places where they might be beneficial or other applications. So there, you can see where there are some benefits to GMOs. So are they really a bad thing? That's something to consider. So my next talk, probably gonna talk a little about why we feel GMOs are not so good. So some of the cons about GMOs, okay? Hope that helped you guys out. Think a little bit more. Keep at it. Check out some of these videos. I'm posting a lot more here. Keep growing, stay green.